I think, certainly with the case of the BBC Asia Network, I mean, if it wasn't for the BBC Asia Network, I mean, I wouldn't have got a career at the BBC. I wouldn't be doing this comedy stuff with Paul Whitehouse and Charlie Hickson, and that goes with lots of other people at the BBC. So it's been a real opening of doors for a lot of people who work there, and for the listeners. And I think the BBC, if they're going to make that decision, and I'm yet to see the details of the whole review and report, if they're going to make that decision, they still have a huge responsibility to meet the 2.3 million Asians that are in this country that at the moment the rest of the BBC will put their hands up and say that they don't do enough for. So I'd say, yeah, I mean, if there are going to be cutbacks, something like the BBC Asian Network, only if the rest of the BBC does fill that void, and we yet to be seen. But it's got to be said as well, it's a long way off yet. There's 2 years until they can do anything about it. The BBC Trust will have to make a decision, and then it will go to public consultation. And if our really very, very passionate listeners are anything to go by, they won't take this lying down. And my mum, for one, is already making a placard. So I think there'll be a few words mentioned just yet.